Welcome back to Tyler Medeiros TV. Today we dive into one of Kentucky's most chilling urban legends. The story of the witch child of Pilot's Knob. This tale of injustice, fear, and the supernatural has haunted the town of Marion for over a century. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Now get comfortable, and let's uncover the dark history behind this legend. It begins in the early 1900s in Marion, Kentucky, a small town where superstition ran high. Mary Evelyn Ford, a 5-year-old girl, and her mother Marion Louise Ford were accused of practicing witchcraft, a crime that sparked fear and fury in the hearts of the townspeople. Instead of facing a fair trial, they were subjected to the mob mentality that often shrouded those accused of witchcraft during this dark era. The townsfolk decided to take justice into their own hands, leading to a horrific act of violence. In a shocking twist, both Mary Evelyn and her mother were burned at the stake. This brutal execution was fueled by the town's fear of the unknown and a deep-rooted belief in witchcraft. The flames that consumed them were a result of panic and ignorance, and an unyielding desire to rid the community of what they deemed evil. The crowd that gathered was not just a group of individuals. It was a manifestation of a collective hysteria. Many were fueled by personal grievances, while others were driven by fear of retribution from the unseen forces they believed the Fords had invoked. It was a time when superstition held more weight than reason, and lives could be extinguished in an instant based on mere whispers. To prevent any chance of her spirit returning, the townsfolk took extreme measures. They buried Mary Evelyn in a steel-lined grave, encased it in concrete, and surrounded it with a fence made of crosses. This was their desperate attempt to keep her from rising again. The decision to encase her grave in steel and concrete was not just an act of protection. It was a reflection of the community's deep-seated fear. They believed that Mary Evelyn's spirit would seek revenge for the injustice she suffered. The crosses were placed as a barrier, symbols meant to ward off evil. This was a fear rooted in the past, but it became a haunting reality for the townsfolk, who were left to grapple with their actions. But the story doesn't end there. The measures they took only fueled the legend that surrounds her grave today. With every new visitor, the lore grew and the tale of Mary Evelyn Ford became intertwined with the very essence of Pilot's Knob Cemetery. As the years passed, the steel-lined grave and the protective fence transformed into a chilling landmark, a reminder of the horrors of that time. Those who dared to approach often reported an overwhelming sense of dread, as if the weight of history pressed down upon them. It's as if the ground itself mourned the loss of innocence, both of a child and a mother. Legend has it that Mary Evelyn's spirit is bound to her grave. It is said that she cannot cross the fence, but she has the ability to reach out and pull unsuspecting visitors closer. Those who venture too near may feel a chilling tug, as if she's trying to trap them into her eternal rest. Many claim to have experienced this firsthand, but there's another sinister presence that adds to the haunting tale: the spirit known as the Watcher. The Watcher is believed to guard the perimeter of Mary Evelyn's grave. According to local lore, he tries to claim her soul but can't, due to the protective fence. Witnesses have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread when near the grave, as if being watched by something dark and powerful. The stories surrounding the Watcher suggest that he is not merely a figment of imagination, but a genuine presence that resonates with the energy of the cemetery. Many visitors have recounted feelings of paranoia, as if the air itself grew thick with a malevolent force, urging them to leave. Some believe the Watcher is a manifestation of the anger and despair felt during Mary Evelyn's tragic fate. Others speculate he might be the spirit of someone who suffered a similar injustice, doomed to forever guard the boundary between the living and the dead. The tension in the air is palpable, creating an atmosphere that feels alive, watchful, and waiting. Despite its dark past, Pilot's Knob Cemetery attracts thrill seekers, paranormal enthusiasts, and those drawn to its tragic history. People come to pay respects to Mary Evelyn and seek answers to the mysteries that linger in the air. Some leave tokens of remembrance, hoping to calm her restless spirit. Others bring offerings such as flowers, candles, and handwritten notes, expressing their sorrow for the injustices she faced. These gestures serve as a bridge between the living and the dead, honoring a life lost too soon. Paranormal investigators have been known to frequent the cemetery, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Many claim to have documented strange occurrences, unexplained noises, cold spots, and even apparitions. Each investigation adds layers to the legend, feeding the curiosity of those who come after. While the legend of the witch child of Pilot Knob has captured the imaginations of many, not everyone is convinced by the tales. A small group of local residents is actively working to dispel the myths surrounding this tragic story. Rita Riley, a caretaker of Pilot Knob Cemetery, is among those who hope that the new science fiction program will help clarify the reality of the situation. She's concerned about the numerous online articles that inaccurately depict the young girl as a witch. There are so many stories that have turned this tragic tale into something sensational. People need to understand that Evelyn Ford wasn't a witch. She was just a little girl who tragically died from peritonitis. Rita, who has family ties to the cemetery, shares her frustration about how wild imaginations have warped the narrative. What was once a heartfelt memory has become a destination for those seeking the supernatural. Rita Riley would go on to say, "It disturbs me that people go around talking about a witch buried up there. I wish there was something we could do to get them to just leave it alone." The story of Evelyn Ford deserves to be remembered for its tragic truth, rather than the sensationalized myths. As we explore this legend, it's important to honor the real people behind these stories and acknowledge the impact of misinformation. The story of the witch child of Pilot's Knob serves as a haunting reminder of the consequences of fear and hysteria. It calls us to reflect on how we treat those who are different or misunderstood. In an age where reason should prevail, we must still remember the shadows of our past. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. And remember, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.